Okay, this week's drug, Halo, or Halo testing, or if you want to be technical, fluoxymesterone. Now, oral. Quite a unique little tablet. It's anabolic to androgenic ratio. Are you ready for this? 1900 to 850. So on the surface, this looks like one of the most anabolic agents on the planet. In fact, it's 20 times more anabolic than methyltestosterone. However, in reality, it doesn't materialize in human beings, not the anabolic anyway. And its anabolic rate in actual effect is bugger all. This is not going to cause massive amounts of muscle mass at all, but it will make you strong and focused. Now, its half-life is 9 hours. Its detection time is around 2 months. Doses vary 20 mg to 60 mg, but it's got a reputation for being toxic, and it's well deserved because it is. Now, it was originally developed with female use in mind, and you're looking at doses around 5 to 15 mg. Generally, it's not recommended because it is so androgenic, therefore virilization is a major issue. And it is actually based on methyltestosterone. Now, it was originally produced by Upjohn pharmaceutical company, and then later by CBER. Though CBER marketed as Ultandren, I think it was what it was called. Sorry, you know my pronunciations are bad. It is very, very good at strength and muscle density. And there's some anecdotal evidence that supports condition changes, but these seem to only really be effective if you are already quite lean. But regards growth, minimal, not going to get a lot. Increase aggression, increase focus. Now, it does not aromatize, but it is worth noting that it is affected by the 5-alpha reductase enzyme, so therefore it does convert. So if you are suffering from severe DHT style symptoms, side effects, acne, hair loss, etc., then using something like finasteride will help. And as with all orals, fat soluble, gets bound up in dietary fat, so therefore ideally take it on an empty stomach. As I've already said, it doesn't aromatize, so you don't have to worry about estrogen, but it is incredibly androgenic. Now, it does have, I suppose, a strange positive. It can increase your sexual organ size. However, before everyone starts running out and taking this shit because they think they're going to give him a big dick, it is less pronounced in males and more pronounced in females. So we are talking major clitoris enlargement in women. Don't expect to be gaining a few inches on the old man if you're a bloke, but it does and can have that effect. Now, it does have a very strong effect on your lipids, and I know I've gone about these with all the orals, but it is particularly prevalent with Halo testing. So you need to watch that, and you need to monitor that closely. Now, it is stressful on the liver, and doses as low as 20 mg have been shown to severely affect liver values within 2 weeks. So I recommend that if you're going to run this stuff, you run it with UDCA or TUDCA or NAC. Don't bother with milk thistle, it's a pile of shit. And keep an eye on them. Regular blood testing for livers. Okay. And obviously with that, you can't use this shit for very long. Now, Halo is suppressive, but there was a study done that showed that doses of 20 mg of Halo suppressed us in a different way. Now, natural hormones in our body are actually created from a base element of cholesterol. And the process is called steroidogenesis. Suppression normally comes in the form of LH and FSH suppression. Now, Halo was shown not to affect LH and FSH, but to directly affect the conversion into base hormones. However, there is questions about whether this study is one that could be relied on. So, despite what you may have heard, I would recommend a full PCT. And I wouldn't think you can get away with cutting out anything out because of this potential that LH and FSH haven't been fully suppressed. So, there you go. That is pretty much it. A good, powerful drug. And believe it or not, not as toxic as some things out there. Great strength drug. No aromatization. And might even increase your dick size as well. For a little boost there. Alright guys, gonna get off. And I think the next one will be super droll. So I'll catch up with you soon. Bye bye.